How's everyone doing today? I like that over there. Good. I want to welcome to day 3 of the Bass Pro Shops, Eastern Open here, beautiful Lake Champlain, Plattsburgh, New York. A little bit wet, so we have kind of a fire drill here just a minute ago, obviously, with all the lightning. Again, I want to urge you, in the event of severe weather or lightning, we would request that you would head to your vehicles, seek shelter, perhaps even this Plattsburgh City Marina if your vehicle's too far away. So we're going to, in the interest of safety and allowing everyone and the anglers to take advantage of you great folks out here watching this final day weigh-in, we're going to kind of move through this weigh-in, maybe a little faster than typical, but we want to get it in before some more possibility of some severe weather to come through here in a little bit. But it looks like we have a little window. It's a little wet, obviously, but no thunder and lightning. So in the interest of getting things going, I do want to give out some shouts before we get started, of course, to all of our great sponsors. Bass Pro Shops, they are our title sponsor. Toyota, Skeeter, Yamaha, Nitro, Mercury, Triton, all of our great boat motor sponsors, as well as Berkeley Baits, Abu Garcia, Hook Performance Apparel, of course, Minn Kota Trolling Motors, Humber Electronics, Power Pole, and remember, this is a Captain's Cash eligible event. Captain's Cash is a $500 bonus to the top finishing pro angler that's registered for Captain's Cash. We have 2 in the field, Bobby Lane and Wesley Strader, so they'll be competing for that $500 bonus. Of course, I want to thank Toyota. I mentioned them earlier. This is a Toyota Bonus Bucks tournament. We have 3 pros that are registered for the Bonus Bucks. Again, Bobby Lane, John Cox, and Brandon Lester. They'll be shooting for 2 awards amongst the 3 of them. One for a bonus of $1,500 to the highest finishing angler of those 3. Another $1,000 to the second highest finishing. So the really great bonus money, and we appreciate Toyota's support with that. And a great time to remind you, if you're interested in finding out more about the program, go to toyotafishing.com. A lot of information there. If you do own a Toyota, you may be eligible for their owners tournament. It's an entry fee free tournament going to be held on Table Rock Lake, so check out all the great information about that as well. In addition to those premier sponsors, we also have some fantastic supporting sponsors. Of course, Carhartt, the official apparel of Bass, and Carhartt's obviously getting a great workout here this afternoon in at the Plattsburgh City Marina. And TH Marine, I was really impressed. I took the opportunity when TH Marine came on a couple years ago to really learn more about them. I knew some things. I knew they had some products. I went to their website, looked at their catalog, very vast catalog, just about any accessory that you could use for your boat. So if you're not familiar with TH Marine, you need to, especially if you own a boat and you're looking to upgrade some of your equipment. Of course, I want to thank Lowrance Electronics, a valuable tool out here, any fishery, but certainly here on Lake Champlain. Livingston Lures as well, great lures. Talked to Hank Cherry, Livingston Pro, yesterday about the great jerk baits and how tremendous they are catching these smallmouth bass here, particularly on Lake Champlain. And, of course, Phoenix Boats for not only being a great partner of ours, but supporting us with the Phoenix Boats Big Bass of the tournament right now. Carl Jochimson, who's actually going to weigh in here very shortly, leading that on the pro side. That's a $750 bonus. You may have been here yesterday in the lot or watching on Bassmaster.com and heard Carl's fantastic story. He's a great storyteller. 6'5", 6 pounds, 5 ounces. That is currently the Phoenix Boats Big Bass of the tournament on the pro side. And Jason Paterni on the co-angler side had a 5'10", yesterday. Again, both those big fish caught on day number 2. Going to really quickly take a look at our leaderboard because I know it's been scrolling here, but just tell you if you're watching on Bassmaster.com or maybe you haven't had a chance to really do the math here, we just have 1 pound, 1 ounce separating our first and second place angler in the pro division. Brian LaBelle, kind of a local guy right across the lake from Vermont, leading this tournament with 43 pounds and 2 ounces. And Elite Series Pro Bobby Lane, second place with 42-1. Going to be close. We know that fishing got tough for some of the leaders. I saw it out back when it was kind of peering over their shoulders as they were getting their fish measured and confirmed by Alan Pierce. So it's going to be exciting. Our co-angler side, it's always interesting to see because the co-anglers, you know, they're in the back of the boat. They don't necessarily make all the decisions throughout the day. They're kind of at the mercy of their pros, so to speak. So we often see a little bit of shake-up. But Scott Gregory has just been absolutely solid for 2 days, leading by 2 pounds and 6 ounces. So he's got a fairly decent lead. But we know the quality fish that are here on Champlain and how things can definitely shake up. I got one more group, or a couple more groups, actually, I got to thank. I want to thank the City of Plattsburgh, the Plattsburgh City Marine, and give them a big round of applause. Their staff really helps out a lot to get this thing together. And, of course, Adirondack Coast, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, they do a fantastic job as well. Appreciate all of their assistance. And remember, if you want us to keep coming back, and you're here local especially, reach out to those folks, encourage them to bring bass back time and time again. So we're about ready to get this weigh-in started. Again, if severe weather hits, I hear some thunder right now, please move to your vehicles or into shelter. But if we could ask you momentarily to please rise, remove your cap so we can pay tribute to our fighting soldiers, first responders, as well as our veterans with the playing of the national anthem. All right, don't stop there. I want you to keep your hands together for Mr. Jim Lockwood. Give him a big round of applause. 70 years old, Jim? 72 years old. He's done a lot of heavy lifting. I think we've lifted almost 8,000 pounds over the last 2 days. Today, we're going to take it easy on you, though. Only 24 anglers as opposed to about 370 that he did both yesterday and on Thursday. Jim, thank you from Bass.
You are certainly welcome. I appreciate the opportunity to do this. It's a great event, and I look forward to doing it the next time you come around here if you invite me.
We absolutely will. One more time, give Jim and his daughter Kelly, who organizes the Adirondack Anglers, give them a big round of applause. We appreciate everything that they have done to make this weigh-in possible and make things run, quite honestly, so smoothly. So we're about ready to get started. We got these scales ready to roll. Absolutely do. And we're going to welcome up. We're going to weigh the co-angler and then the pro from each boat, starting with boat number 12 through 1. And the first co-angler from San Jose, California. Come on up, Gary Haraguchi, all the way from California. 21 pounds and 1 ounce. After the first 2 days, man, on the co-angler side, 3 fish limit, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's such a beautiful lake. It's great to be here.
He needs merely 3 pounds and 15 ounces. He has another limit here today, 10 pounds, 4 ounces. Hold one up for me. We're going to talk to you about your week here, Gary. All right, he's going to reach in there in that Berkeley bag and get himself one to hold up. Again, Mr. Overstreet shooting the photos. Oh, no, they want you right here in the center today, Gary. Yep. All right, sorry. They like to switch it up every day. Keep you on your toes. All right, yeah, give him a round of applause. New leader. 31 pounds and 5 ounces, over a 10-pound average. Oh, what a week. So you're going to make a long drive from California. You might as well stick around as long as you can, huh?
Yeah, any day you could fish on a Saturday is a blessed day, Chris, for sure.
Absolutely. Tell us about your techniques you used.
Actually, every day was a little bit different. I threw Yamamoto Senko, a shad-shaped worm, and a grub. I also threw a jig. And swim bait. I think that's about it.
Well, being in the back of the boat, being a co-angler, again, I mentioned it a few minutes ago, not always making the decisions. You have to be very versatile. No question about it in my mind. You're one of the best in the business.
Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate that.
Appreciate you, my friend. Take care. Safe travels. Give him a round of applause. Oh, wait, don't go too far. I'm sorry. You took the lead, pal. You got to have a seat. Don't go scooting away on me. Ah, okay. That's the hot seat. Come on up. Our next angler, Dakota Eber, all the way from Bluffdale, Texas. He's fishing on the pro side. He's got himself 5 fish. He had 37 pounds and 2 ounces. Just needs 6'1" to take the lead. Watch the scales. Good bag of fish for Dakota. 16 pounds, 11 ounces. We're not going to hold it. All right, tell us about your week, man. Good day for you.
Yeah, it's been a great week. I'm trying to keep a positive attitude. I had a serious mechanical malfunction today, and it cost me really bad. But I have a lot of people to thank, all my family and friends for supporting me. I have a family here in New York now. They pretty much adopted me. They're standing out in the rain over there. So thank y'all so much. Your hospitality's been second to none. My mother, my dad, everyone back home watching, we love you. And thanks everyone.
Tell us about the bait you used.
Caught most of my fish on a Santone M-Series jig. Pretty much got key fish on that every day. I also caught some on an old 1.5 Rick Clun. It's a custom painted bait. Yeah, it's not actually a square bill. It's kind of like a mid-range bait, but funny story behind that. He's back home watching, Mr. Clint Rabelais. He had those banks painted for me for like my first tournament that I fished like a decade ago, and they've been in my box. And I happened to pull one out this week, and they ate it really well. So that's kind of a cool thing. So thanks again, Mr. Clint.
All right, good stuff. 16-11 today. Now you're going to have a seat up here and see how this shakes out. Give Dakota a big round of applause. 3-day total of 53 pounds and 13 ounces. All right, our next co-angler is from New Hope, Minnesota. This top 12 is literally spread out from all across the country. Kent Middlestedt, how we doing, Kent? Got himself a couple. You were in second place, I think, going into today, huh?
Yeah, it's been a good week. Had fun catching smallmouth on day 1 and day 2, and went largemouth fishing today, and was able to bring in a couple. Fished clean all week and fished hard today. Stayed positive, so happy with my performance.
He's going to hold a couple of those up. Grab a couple of those. We're going to get some photos of these top 12. Second place for Kent. Today's total is going to be 3 pounds and 10 ounces. 26 pounds and 3 ounces is a 3-day total. Great stuff, man. I appreciate you fishing with us.
Thanks, Chris. I just want to say hi to my family and friends out there. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it.
All right, great to have you here. Thank you, sir. 26-3, going to have you sitting in second place right now. Had a monster day, number 2. He comes all the way from Queensland, Australia. Carl Jocumsen. Carl, another 5-fish limit today. Just an incredible finish to your day yesterday. We're looking for 16-11 to get yourself into the lead.
Nah, not going to do it today.
11 pounds, 13 ounces. Hold a couple of those up for me, and then I'm going to talk to you. Give Carl a big round of applause. It takes a long boat ride to get over here from Australia. All right, yeah, right in front and center. Whew. I mean, for those, a lot of these folks were here yesterday. They heard the story, really the last-second flurry that propelled you into that top 12. But overall, fantastic week for you. 11-13 today, 49 pounds even, second place overall, Carl.
Yeah, after that happened, basically I decided just pick up that swim bait rod and didn't put it down. I thought I had I was in 11th, I had nothing to lose. So I picked the big swim bait up and I literally threw it all day, and I had at least 23, 25 pounds of bass. Follow the swim bait in all day, nip at it, bump it, had two 5s fighting over it. I was this close to really pulling this thing off. I needed the win today. I knew that was going to hurt me, but it's been great to be in the top 12 and just throw that swim bait all day. I had the potential, just needed the wind, but yesterday, man, I'll never forget that day. Those 2 fish are just so memorable. 6.5 and a 5.5 back-to-back on a big swim bait, 20 minutes to go. It just doesn't get any better.
Now, you talked about perhaps having it on, on GoPro, the GoPro footage. Were you able to take a look at it? Were you able to get it?
I haven't even had a look yet, so I don't know. Last night I just sort of rigged my stuff and got ready, and so I'm pretty keen to see it.
All right. Well, when you do find it, where can folks see it?
Yeah, on all of my platforms, Instagram, Carl Jocumsen, Facebook, and my website, carljocumsen.com. I want to say a huge thank you to just all my fans, all my supporters, everyone back home in Australia watching live. Appreciate your support. And thanks for Bassmaster running awesome tournaments, doing so well. The fish are all healthy and getting back in the lake. And I look forward to Douglas. I think I'm going to make a big jump in the points and try and make that championship.
We always look forward to seeing you. Thank you. Give Carl a big round of applause. Fine young man, fine young angler. Who is down as Carl leaves? We're going to have our next co-angler from Black Lick, Ohio. Come on up, Donnie Hanna. Donnie had 20 pounds and 11 ounces after the first 2 days of 20 pounds and one. Oh, what did I say? 11.1. Yes. You need 11. You need 11.5. So you need a big bag out of these 3 fish. You had a great day though, didn't you?
No, it was it was okay.
Absolutely. Whenever you can catch double digits for 3 fish, 10 pounds and 2 ounces, 10-2, going to have you all the way up into second place. Hold a couple of those up, and then we'll talk to Donnie about his week. Donnie's from Black Lick, Ohio. He's going to end up with 30 pounds and 3 ounces. Another co-angler with double-digit average for 3 fish. Good week for you.
It was a good week. So I caught everything drop shotting pretty much, a little bit on a brush hog, and so it was a decent week. So largemouth fish yesterday down south, and then went back up here today, smallmouth fishing. So.
All right, if I gave you one bait to go out there and drop shot, what would you put on it?
Probably that shiver shot by Reactions Innovations. That was kind of my go-to bait this week. A little bit of a robo worm and mix it up, but the shiver shot definitely caught him. So really good.
Good stuff. Thank you. Appreciate you. Give him a round of applause. Second place right now with 30 pounds, 3 ounces. All right, you see this young man on the Bassmaster Elite Series. He's from Fayetteville, Tennessee. Brandon Lester. Brandon, you love it up here. You may like it even more if you can punch your ticket to the Open Championship via a win here on Lake Champlain.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome for sure.
Well, you're on your way. First place right now, 18 pounds and 5 ounces, 55.11. Hold a couple of those up. Give Brandon Lester a big round of applause. Very successful Elite Series angler. Came into the league on fire and has not let up since. You're just like Mr. Consistency, it seems like. I mean, there's nothing you can't do.
I don't know about that now. After all the seconds and thirds and stuff I've got in one of these deals, I'm about ready to win one. But, you know,
I guess I meant patterns and techniques, smallmouth, largemouth. But, yeah, that win would be huge.
You know, I do. I try to fish consistently. I try to make checks. That's what pays the bills, and that's what keeps you out here, you know. But my whole plan coming into this week, I love to chase these smallmouth up here, and I wanted to go out and catch a good bag of smallmouth every day and then go largemouth fishing. And I've weighed in 14 smallmouth and 1 largemouth. My smallmouth deal worked to perfection every single day, but my largemouth deal kind of faltered on me. I don't really know why, but I never did get that deal going very well. But
were you getting bites, just smaller fish, or just not even getting the bites when you went to the largemouth stuff?
Wasn't getting near as many bites as I was during practice, but during practice we had more sun and I was fishing grass. I was catching them, flipping a big jig and stuff like that. So, but that's all right. Catching them big smallmouth, I'm okay with that too. I caught most of all my fish, all the smallmouth on a 6.9 MHX drop shot rod that I built from Mudhole Custom Tackle. A little bait from X Zone Lures called a slammer. It's a really good little smallmouth bait. Try it out on a drop shot. Saw almost every fish on my Raymarine Electronics before I dropped to them. So fishing 35 to 45 feet deep. I was fishing deeper than a lot of people this week, and I think that was one of the keys to my success.
And I'm sure your graph and electronics were critical.
Most definitely, yeah. I run Raymarine Electronics for sure. You know, that was a big key this week. Like I said, I was looking for those isolated boulders and stuff like that. I could see them on my side vision. Then I'd actually get over the top of them with my chirp sonar, drop that drop shot down there. And some of them would bite it right off the bat, and some of them you'd have to sit there and shake it a little bit. But that was the deal.
Excellent stuff. Give Brandon Lester a big round of applause. We're going to ask him to take a seat here in the hot seat. 18 pounds and 5 ounces today, 55.11. Okay, Jay West is in a hurry. All right, we'll go ahead and give Jim Lockwood that bag of fish. He got himself 3 fish. You need 11.11 to take over lead.
I'm a little short today, I believe.
All right, it says he's going to fall a little bit shy, but we'll go ahead and get him moved up the leaderboard because Jay is sitting in 12th right now, so that means nowhere to go but up. 8 pounds and 11 ounces. Hold a couple of those up. We'll get some photos. Give him a round of applause. All the way up from 12th to 3rd. All right, this is pretty good stuff, huh, Gary?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, all right. You're staying dry too. That's nice.
That's really nice.
Well, the longer you can stay up here, the better. Jay, tell us about your week.
It's been a good week for me. It's the furthest I've got in these opens, so I'm glad to be here on Saturday.
I'm glad to have you. Any particular baits or style fishing that really you think were key?
I used a white swim jig to catch most of my fish. All three of them today came on it. Most of my keepers came on it yesterday as well. So
all largemouths for you this week?
yeah, I caught some smallmouth in practice, but I only weighed largemouth.
Good stuff. Thank you, Jay. Pleasure having you here. Give him a round of applause. 28 pounds and 6 ounces, 3rd place right now. Canton, Georgia's Jay West. All right, we got another pro heading on up. It's Kurt Mitchell from Milford, Delaware. Fishing on the pro side, 5-fish limit, looking for 17-15 to knock out Brandon Lester.
I think I'm a little bit short on that.
What a great week overall.
Oh, it's been a phenomenal week. I caught 30, 40 fish every day. My hand is just destroyed from catching all these fish out here. It's been a great week.
Good day for you today as well. 16 pounds and 3 ounces. Hold a couple up. 2nd place overall right now for Kurt Mitchell. And Brandon's over there making a few dollars right now. The pros, we're waiting in order of pro standings. The co-anglers, just so you understand, they're randomly paired. I don't know what place were you in going into today, Gary? 5th. Okay. So you got a little bit to go before you start making money. But Brandon, every time a pro comes up and goes off the stage and he sits there, that's dollar signs right there. Go, hey, Kurt, come talk to me, man. You made the top 12. We got to get the deal. Look at all these folks standing in the rain. They don't want you to walk. Y'all want to hear what he caught his fish on, right? Yeah.
All right. This week first 2 days I caught all my fish on a frog. Today I had to switch up and I started flipping some bluff walls with the jig, and that's how I caught my fish today. Obviously they were a little bit smaller today, but I had opportunities to catch some good ones, but I just failed. But it was still a fun week. This is my favorite lake in the country. I'd come here any weekend, but yes, it's a great week.
So I'm going to go to the Bass Pro Shops website, and I'm going to order a jig. What size, what color, if I'm going to come here and fish Lake Champlain?
I caught them on a missile jigs. It was a 1/2 ounce green pumpkin, and I was using a black and blue Rage Call trailer.
Good stuff. Thank you, Kurt. Give him a round of applause. 54 pounds even. Man, what a week. Milford, Delaware's Kurt Mitchell. All right, we got another co-angler coming on up. It's Josh Cotier from Clinton, Massachusetts. 3 fish for him, looking for 11.6. 11.6.
Yeah, we don't got that today, but hopefully we can climb up a little bit.
All right, let's move you up the leaderboard. 20 pounds dead even, and my math says if I add 8 pounds and 3 ounces, you're going to end up with 28 pounds and 3 ounces. Go ahead and hold a couple of those up. We'll get some photos for Bassmaster.com, and you can log on to Bassmaster.com, check out all the great photos. Chris Mitchell, I don't know if Chris is out there right. Yeah, you shot some on the water stuff today too, huh? Followed some of the leaders. Bobby Lane, I think I saw you were with. Okay, good. All right, so there's some good on the water stuff from Chris Mitchell out there. Hey, Josh, talk to me. Tell me about your week.
It was a great week. Anytime you're here on the 3rd day, it's a good thing.
Absolutely. All right, anyone you want to thank or say hello to?
Yeah, my girlfriend Kelsey. Thursday was her birthday, so it's pretty awesome her on her birthday to cook me dinner and breakfast and everything. All the military, first responders, former and present, and everyone at Bass.
Thank you. Great job, Josh. Appreciate you. 28 pounds, 3 ounces, 4th place as of right now. We all know this young man from Spring City, Tennessee, Wesley Strader. Wesley already punched a win on the Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Opens series, and looks like 5 here today. Ooh, I don't know if they're going to be the 17-15. You need to take the lead, though, Wesley.
No, they're not. I got to thank Chris Molino. This morning I had some little bit of a technical difficulty, and
hold a couple of those up. We want to hear that story because I kind of got to not witness it firsthand, but via the phone calls, it all go down. Wesley's going to share it here momentarily, but it just goes to show the great sportsmanship that we have in this community.
Yeah, I didn't even know, Chris. Here's the funny story about it. Chris broke down up here a couple of years ago going under the Missisquoi Bridge. He broke some bolts, and this guy gave him a ride in. He didn't know who it was. My partner today was the guy that gave him a ride in. So I told him, I said, it's just karma coming back around. So, you know what? This week's been a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite places to go to. And anytime you can put that PAL 795 endurance rod in your hand with a loose magnesium reel and a Rains punch shot weight and a Trocar hook and a Zoom Z-Hog, it's the fun times. That's all I've done all week is just punch grass and flip everything I come to. And this place is just amazing. I hope we get to come back every single year.
Okay, one weight in your hand, one bait, one weight, or you're varying depending on the type of cover that you're fishing, Wesley?
Just a 3/4 ounce punch whole time. That's it. I caught a few on the chatterbait, but almost 99% of them come on just flipping the grass.
Yeah, that's probably about the right weight to get through, without being like really heavy matted, but get through just about anything you're going to have up here on Lake Champlain.
Yeah, it's not really a feeding bite when you're doing that. It's a reaction bite. That's why it's so heavy a weight. It's just flipping like isolated pieces of millful and stuff like that. It's just a reaction deal, but the times that they are eating, that's when it gets fast and furious. So, you go a long time between bites, and then they'd fire up and start biting, and you would, it was mayhem.
Always good stuff from Wesley Strader. Give him a round of applause. 50 pounds and 15 ounces. Fourth place right now after 13-2 today. All right. He is from West Richland, Washington, the state. He was the leader after day number 1 in the co-angler side. Leader after day number 2. 24 pounds and 15 ounces. Today, only one fish. Oh, my. And it's going to have to be a Phoenix Boats Big Bass of the tournament, too, because you're looking for 6 pounds, 7 ounces. Unfortunately, 1 pound and 3 ounces not going to be enough. Man, oh, was it a tough boat ride in here?
It was a rough boat ride in here. Good thing we have Simms rain gear because I used it today. It was soaking wet. I just wanted to give a big shout out to John. He was a great guy today. It's so hard to catch a fish behind that guy. We had a really tough bite. He caught his 5 at the very last minute. He'll tell you that story, but
yeah, and I mean John yesterday. He said, I think you said what, at noon you had basically nothing. So I mean he wasn't around, piles of fish for sure.
yeah. So it was a great week. I had a great time. I want to give a big thanks to Sure-Built Structures, James Castillo. He's the one that got me here. I mean he's a great guy, good friend. I want to thank my family for watching. They were all rooting me on, so it was great. And I want to thank Trophy Lures for the lures they helped me out with. I got to fish everything. I got frogs. We did topwater. We did chatterbaits. Today we did a little bit of docks. Found my weakness. And then we did some drop shotting today. So, just didn't get the bites.
All right, good stuff, man. I'm sorry it didn't work out, but it's certainly great 2 days. A little tougher for you today, but overall, give him a big round of applause. 26 pounds, 2 ounces, 6th place. What a respectable finish. Come on up, John Cox. John rolling out there in the big boat this week. He's got to get on a flight. I guess you're in a hurry to go somewhere, huh? So we're going to make this quick for you.
Yeah, I'm heading to the Forest Wood Cup, so I got to catch a flight in Albany at about 7:30.
All right. No rest for you, John Cox. Needed 17.5. Not going to be enough. 11.2. You mind taking a minute, take a photo, and then tell me quickly about your baits? Maybe specifically about yesterday's little late in the game rally to get you inside this top 12. John Cox can catch them everywhere. We know he is a largemouth guru from Central Florida, but getting the brown ones up here on Lake Champlain.
Yeah, every time I come up here, I like to go out of my comfort zone, and I put the Lowrance graphs on, do a lot of idling around. This week, Mudhole's got a new Elite X blank that I'm using. I was drop shotting with it. It is amazing. I was able to feel so much down there in 30 and 40 feet of water. And all I was doing was drop shotting a flat worm that Berkeley just came out with, Max Scent, and it's that was just it. And the last 2 days I recovered a ton of water, and the first day I caught all smallmouth, and then yesterday the largemouth bit for me right at the end, and I caught some good ones. And today I had an area I thought was going to get good and didn't get good, but I'm happy to be here, top 12 finish. I ran the Crestliner Mercury all over this lake today. I can't believe how. I would just do a lap every day. I'd start over here and just run to that side and run it all the way down past Burlington and come back, and it's just an awesome week.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Berkeley bait. I watched the guys out there in South Dakota on Bassmaster Live. What a great thing that is. They were smashing them there. You show you can catch them not only out west but here in the east. Good stuff, John Cox. Good luck next week, my friend. Okay, smash them. All right, he's already won a Forest Wood Cup. Looking for a second. Give it up for John Cox, 49 pounds and 9 ounces, 11-2 today. All right, here we go. Come on up, Skylar Anderson from Harlem, Georgia. Young angler out here fishing the co-angler side of the Bass Pro Shops. The Bassmaster Eastern Open's going to put himself a limit, a 3-fish co-angler limit on the scales. Looking for 11 pounds and 6 ounces to take the lead. 9 pounds even going to fall a little shy, but hold a couple of those up, and we're going to talk to Skylar. Good job. Yeah, right here front and center. You're the star of the show. Give him a round of applause. Come on. These guys, young angler, came a long way. Probably spent all his lawn mowing money on the entry fees. How old are you, young man?
23.
All right. Well, you look young. You look even younger than that. You going to school or you graduated already?
I'm a building inspector for the county I live in.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. Well, 3 fish today that go 9 pounds. 3-pound average anytime on any fishery is great. Overall, third place right now with 29 even. Anyone you want to say hello to, thank, anything you want to tell the folks, great folks watching on Bassmaster.com.
Just keep doing what y'all doing. This is a great setup. It's always fun to come out to any of these events. I want to thank my parents. They rode with me all the way from Georgia to get up here. The first time ever fishing smallmouth in my life, so I think I did pretty well.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. First time you even fished for smallmouths. Great week. What do you think, folks? Give Skylar a big round of applause. Third place right now, about halfway through this weigh-in. 29 pounds even. Thank you, young man. Appreciate you fishing with bass. Hunter Eubanks from Inman, South Carolina. Hunter, a 5-fish limit, looking for 17-3. 17-3 to knock Brandon Lester out of the hot seat.
It ain't going to be enough. I ain't got 17-3.
All right, well, we'll let the scales do the talking. 13-13, going to move you inside the top 5 into 4th place. Hold a couple of those up. Cha-ching.
That's exactly right. Cha-ching.
All right, he's making money. This is like virtually the easiest place in the world to make money. How often do you get paid for just sitting down like this?
It's pretty easy sitting in this chair, but let me tell you something. When you get out there, it ain't too easy.
It's not only the fish catching, sometimes just the boat riding can be a lot of work.
Yeah, it was pretty sporty coming back across through there a few minutes ago when that little front came through.
All right, well, you're hanging around for another one. And Hunter, fantastic week for him with 52 pounds, 6 ounces, just 3.6 out of that lead. A great week for you, Hunter. And I know you've had a smile literally all week on your face just because you know how good you've been around them.
Yeah, I made a bad decision today. I probably should have run around a little more. I went for the largemouths. I know I needed probably a 20-pound bag to get up there to make up 4 pounds, but I'm glad to be here, man. I want to thank my family right there. They drove up last night because I told them I was on them. So they got enough faith in me to drive 15 hours, so I guess I'm going to.
And you didn't disappoint, did you? Give them a round of applause. Great job.
I want to thank Top Gun, our business. So if you need any right-of-way sprayed, we do electrical distribution, all that. Transmission lines, we'll spray. Power lines, Phantom Outdoors, cream lures. Caught most of my fish this week on a mega bass, 110 jerkbait and 110 plus one, and a drop shot. But it's been a fun week. I'm ready to go to Douglas.
I bet you when those smallmouth hit that jerkbait, about rip the rod out of your hands, huh? Good stuff. Appreciate that, Hunter. Give Hunter a big round of applause. 13-13. Going to have currently sitting in 4th place with 52.6. All right, we got another boat rolling on up here, and the first angler is the co-angler from Archdale, North Carolina, Greg Malden. Come on up, Greg. He had 21 pounds and 5 ounces. Had a great day. Come on, Greg. All right. Oh, he's happy to be on land. I got where you're going with that. Had an interesting boat ride, it sounds like. That front that came through right before weighing, just about the time a lot of the anglers run through. wind totally switched direction after being mostly, kind of a light, moderate, I guess, southwest breeze. It was blowing straight down the lake, and I bet right in your face.
It sure was. We didn't get into that till we was about 20 minutes from the landing. And coming up through there, and I said, man, you need to go over to the left. I was telling Bud, I said, go to the left. About that time, I hit 3 streaks of lightning. I said, now, go to the right. Go to the other side. And he's screaming. He says, you think we ought to call Chris? You think we ought to call Chris? I said, just go to the other side of the lake. That's where I want to go.
Well, call me. What am I going to do? I'm certainly not going to take the pond to the live release boat out there and get to you.
But he didn't tell me he was more terrified than I was till we got back. I believe he was so terrified he couldn't say anything other than hollering, call Chris, call Chris, call Chris. I tell you what, this is my favorite lake, and there's 3 things. I'm one of the 3. I'm either a nut, crazy, or insane. I drive all the way up here by myself, 850 miles, so I've got to be one of the 3 to do that. I didn't get to practice. I had to work and just drove up here and got to fish and made the cut. And anytime you make the cut, it's a blessing. I'd really like to thank Bassmaster for hosting the tournaments that you all do. And, I've talked up here a lot this week. I've had some great partners. The first day I had a guy, I couldn't remember his name to save my life. I was calling him CG, and his name's Sedgy.
Sedgy Cato, like world famous, Jack all baits.
That's right. And I finally figured out a way to remember his name. And I thought of the baseball player, Reggie Jackson. I said, Reggie, Sedgy, Reggie. And I caught a fish out there. It was about 4.5 pounds. And I got so tickled out there and Thursday, and I was jumping up and down the boat, and I started calling him Reggie. Instead of Sedgy. But yesterday, I had a great partner, too, Roland Martin, and had a great time. The partner I had today, Bud, was great. And I'd like to say hello to my wife, Tammy, and all of her children, my mom, everybody watching back home. And, I've talked about a bunch of the pros that I've been able to fish with over the years. I've been fishing Bassmaster for 7 years. And I've been paired up with Jordan Lee, Brent Ayler, Shaw Grigsby, Aaron Martins, Woo Daves. The list just goes on and on and on. And, Bassmaster is the way to go if you're interested in learning how to fish. That's the way to go. You can get paired up with some of these guys. And I've learned a lot from the pros, but there's a couple of guys back home that I've really learned a lot from over the years, too. And that's Mike Miller and George Lambeth. I used to be in a fishing club with them. And George Lambeth told me about this lake about 4 years ago, talking about how rough it is, how rough it can get, and all that stuff. And I didn't get to experience that till today.
He wasn't lying.
He wasn't lying. You saw me kiss the pavement over there, and I'm so thankful to the Lord to even be alive.
All right. Hey, my friend, it's great always to have you here. I appreciate you. 4 pounds and an ounce today. 25.6 is going to have you inside the top 10 right now, Greg, in 8th place. All right, from Wading River, New York, Buddy Cipoletti had himself a fun little boat ride. All right, we'll go ahead and give Jim that bag of fish right there. We're looking for 16-15 to take over lead. This is going to be close, isn't it?
It's going to be close.
16-15 to take over lead. 17 pounds, 10 ounces, Buddy Cipoletti to the top of the leaderboard. Hold a couple of those up, buddy. Looks like that boat ride may have been worth it, buddy. Whew. All right, we'll say goodbye to Brandon Lester. Made some cash up here. Good job, Brandon. Thank you. All right. Buddy's got a few to pick up. They want you right here in the middle. Oh, some largemouths show up to the party. Okay, so we heard from Greg. Got quite a bit of a story about the boat run, so we know how that went. So tell us about the fishing aspect of things.
The fishing was great. I pulled in on my A spot, and I realized pretty quickly that I wasn't working out. And all week, I attribute, listening to my gut and being more in tune with my instinct on the water. When I feel like I need to go do something, I just go and do it. In the past, it's hurt me, and I feel as though, today I listened to my instinct. I ran around, ran spots. It was definitely a tougher day. But, made the right moves again and got around and gave myself a shot. So
So I see, largemouths. I'm guessing the whole bag was largemouths. All week largemouths?
No, actually, day one, I had about 18 pounds of smallmouth and then was able to cull 2 of them out with 2 big largemouth up here. Then day 2, fished up here again and scrambled, truly scrambled for 18.2. And today I ran down to what I call my homeland, Thai, and 17.10. I thought I had a little more, but it's all good. I'm so happy right now.
Tell us about the baits you used down there in Thai today.
Today, the player in Thai for me, largely, all week really, was a white chatterbait, a bright white half-ounce chatterbait with a Megabass Spark Shad 4-inch. That big boot tail just makes it really, really erratic. And I caught those 2 big ones that I held up. Both came on a jig, a Stealth Fighter jig from Outcast. And I was just really picking stuff apart because Thai's been getting beat, for a little while now. So just picking everything apart and taking my time this morning was the key to getting what I had, or else it could have been a typical Thai foundation bag at like 14 pounds. So I'm super happy. Thank you for having me.
All right. Good to have you.
I have to say thank you to my wife. I have to say hello to my daughter, Jovi. I actually, all week, I had something in my pocket. I think I put it, yes, I did. This is like a little monarch butterfly that my daughter sometimes wears on her finger, and I took it with me to this tournament, and I had it in my pocket every day, and just makes me want to weep like a little baby right now.
All right. Well, I think you've done a fantastic job. I'm going to get you to stick around here a few minutes if you don't mind. Give Buddy Cipoletti a big round of applause. New leader with 56 pounds, 7 ounces, 17.10 today. All right. Our next angler is from Templeton, California, Austin Bonjour. Austin, 22 pounds and 3 ounces. He needs 9.3, Gary, 9.3. And he does have a 3-fish limit.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. All right, looking for 9.3. 9.3 to take the lead. 9.2 would be a tie. They are settling on down. 10 pounds, 4 ounces. Austin, new leader. Hold a couple of those up and give him a big round of applause. Young man comes all the way from California here to northern New York, Lake Champlain, Plattsburgh, New York. Catch a nice bag of fish right here in the middle, Austin. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Well, we don't have too many left. Looks like about 3 or 4 left. Yeah. Oh, yeah. One California guy knocking out another, huh?
Yeah, I like Gary. He's a good guy. I've competed against him in the Costas and stuff for a long time back home, and I love this lake. You guys have a beautiful lake. Never been here before. I'm a little lost. I'm 3,000 miles from home. I like Gary. Had 3 great pros, Charlie Ingram, Parker Mott, and then Greg DePlama. We ran around this whole place from top to bottom in 3 days.
Any key baits? Was there one particular bait, 1 or 2 particular baits you were able to settle in on, or did you have to make adjustments every day?
Made adjustments every day. The first day we were around grass beds with mainly largemouth with some smallmouth, and whenever I did see an opportunity, I caught most of my fish, behind the power poles or behind the Mercury or Yamaha, whatever it was, and I'd just be pitching to whatever I saw he didn't hit. I would just try to hit the backside of it or do a different angle and do something a little different.
And that's a great little tip right there for co-anglers. Look at where your pro's not throwing and throw there.
Yep, exactly. There's a lot of fish out here, especially this lake. There's fish everywhere. You don't really need to be casting up. Just be observant and patient, and they'll come. And then, if he's using 10-pound line, go down to 5 or 6, and just be easy on him.
Good stuff. Congratulations. First place right now, 10 pounds, 4 ounces, 32.7, a co-angler 3-fish limit. Go ahead.
I just want to say hi to my beautiful fiance back home. So
good save. All right. Let's have a seat there. 10-4 today, 32.7, with about 3 left away. First, we got a pro, though, Greg DePalma from Millville, New Jersey. Oh, Greg caught him good today, needing 17.9. This is going to be close, isn't it?
I don't know, man. We'll see.
Greg's looking for 17.9 to take a lead. He had 38 pounds and 15 ounces. 15-13, going to be a little bit shy, but a great week. Hold a couple up, sitting in 3rd place right now with a total weight of 54.12. There we go. Give Greg a big round of applause. I know nobody can clap because they're all holding umbrellas. I got it. No worries. Awesome week for you once again.
Yeah, it was a fantastic week, and I'll tell you something that's rare. I ran down a tie, and I got down there all 3 days with no trouble. On this lake, that's huge. So, I probably put 450, 500 miles on the boat this week, running back and forth down there. I got to give you a big shout-out. My dad and my brother came all the way from New Jersey.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's really special. I really appreciate that, guys. Otherwise, special week. So Riot Baits came out with a brand new bait. It's called the Baton. Every fish I weighed from Lake Champlain came on that bait. And it's a new wacky style bait that basically has a lot more movement than any wacky or stick bait out on the market. So you guys need to check that out. My High Seas fishing line was phenomenal. Never broke one fish off. Shimano rods, excellent. Corrado reel. The whole thing worked out great. It was just a tremendous week, and I'm very happy. Regardless of what happens, good luck, buddy. But I just want to thank Bass, too, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, we want to thank you and all the anglers. Great week for you. 54 pounds, 12 ounces, 15-13. Third place right now for Greg DePalma. All right, we got another co-angler coming on up. Is there air leak in there? All right. How we doing, Gary Walker?
Doing great. Doing great. Fun day.
All right, today's 3 fish for you. 9 pounds even inside the top 5 in the 4th place. Hold a couple of those up. Gary Walker, 29 pounds and 6 ounces. 4th place right now. Just 3-2, 3-2. That's how close these things are. It really does come down to just a few pounds and in some case ounces. Tell us about your week. Anyone who wants to say hello to or thank?
Oh, it's a great week. A lot of fun. It's always great coming here. Just wanted to say thanks to my pros. Had a great day with Rich today. He's a lot of fun. And thanks a lot for having us.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you fishing with us. Give him a round of applause. 4th place right now, 29.6. All right, Rich Howes, come on up. Rich. He has won here before on the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Opens. Of course, way down in Kissimmee, Florida. We're a long ways away from there, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, about as far as you can get, I think.
Needs 17.3 to take the lead. Sitting in 12th right now, nowhere to go but up. And 14.9 is going to move all the way up into 5th place. Hold a couple up, and then we're going to talk to you about the week. Give Rich Howes a big round of applause all the way from Oviedo, Florida. I guess he and Bobby Lane, the 2 Floridians, to make the top 12. There's no stranger to these grass fishing derbies. Couple nice largemouth. Oh, no, one smallie there. You caught a smallmouth?
I had to hold the small.
Who'd you steal that from, Rich?
Bobby. No, man, we had fun this week. I tell you what, I've obviously never been up here before. My family came on a vacation down in Vermont for the week prior to this, and then came up here. And man, what a fun fishery! I thank you guys for coming here. When I first saw the schedule, I was like, oh, we got to drive all that way, but I would definitely come back. It's been a lot of fun. I'm happy with I'm happy where I am to come all this way, never seen the lake, and finish where I'm, going to end up finishing. And anytime you're fishing Saturday, and you look around and you see the Bobby Lanes and the Brandon Lesters and John Cox, Strader, and then you add in all these incredible anglers like the gentleman behind us. So very happy about it. Need to thank my sponsors, Triton Mercury, Bass Mafia, Strike King, and in particular Fitzgerald Fishing. We have so many products that we've come out with over the last 2 years, from jigs to now we have stunner reels, spinning reels and casting reels, and an incredible lineup of rods themselves. So there are a ton of some of the best anglers around that test our product, and we do really well with it. And I want to wish Brian Thrift good luck at the Forest Wood Cup coming up soon.
Good stuff, Rich Howes. Always good to see you. Thank you, my friend. Give him a round of applause. 53 pounds, 14 ounces. Going to have him sitting currently in 5th place after 14.9 today. Come on up, Benji Seaborn. He's got himself 3. Need to go 11 pounds and 12 ounces to take the lead. Don't think you're quite going to be able to do that, but a fantastic week. We started with 195 co-anglers. Here you are, currently sitting in 11th place right now. I'm going to lock these things and move you up the leaderboard. 8-2 all the way up into 6th place. Hold one up for me, Benji, okay? You doing all right?
I was just hand motioning over to Greg, like,
There's only one left, you know. All right. We'll see what happens. Give Benji, a big round of applause. Great job. 28-14, 28-14, sitting in 6th place. Appreciate you fishing with us. Tell us about your week. Anyone you would like to thank watching at home or here in the audience?
Well, I thank my wife because I couldn't fish without her. And my first day pro, Whitney Stevens, and my second day pro, Nick Tate. And, of course, I fished with Bobby Lane today. And it was a blast. Caught fish all week. Went from one end of the lake one day all the way to the other end today. So it's like a sightseeing trip.
And what was cool, I don't know, I think you thought it was cool because you had a big smile on your face this morning. You came out and rolling on over here in a spider wire wrapped boat, and everyone's thinking that's Bobby Lane, and all the photographers are out there shooting, and Benji rolls up with a big smile on his face, and Bobby let him drive his boat today.
That's right. So if you see any pictures with his boat with me driving, just don't think nothing about it. I didn't steal it.
Special week for you. Always good to see you, my friend. I appreciate you fishing with us. Give Benji a big round of applause. 28-14. He's sitting in 6th place right now. Come on up. Big Fish Bobby Lane from Lakeland, Florida. Always a severe threat in any event, but certainly one that involves fishing grass, fishing for, is it largemouths in there?
Nope, we got smallmouth and largemouth.
Mixed bag here for them. Oh, yeah, I see a couple of brown ones. Looking for 14.7, 14 pounds and 2 ounces. Going to have them in 2nd place right now. Hold a couple of those up. Oh, Bobby, so close. Bobby, don't feel too bad for Bobby. He's already won this year in the Eastern Opens. Beautiful Kissimmee chain of lakes. So obviously moving up the points as well. Going to probably, barring some kind of collapse at Douglas Lake, going to qualify for our Open Championship this year. Looking forward to that at Table Rock Lake. What a great week for you. 56 pounds, 3 ounces, just 5 ounces out of lead, Bobby.
Yep, and those first 2 bites killed me this morning. They were firing first thing, and what a great week. I've never done well on Lake Champlain, and the more I fished it this week, the more I learned it. And man, what a phenomenal week it was. I ran that 920 Phoenix with that Yamaha about 35 miles every day, and I practiced for 3 days, and practice was not real good. And but once I slowed down and started fishing, it's really amazing how many fish you catch. We probably both caught 20 or 30 today, and yesterday I had a pretty cool spot. The first day and yesterday I only caught 8 fish, just flipping a Berkeley Powerbait Max Scent General. Green pumpkin when the sun would come out, and black and blue when it wasn't. Those big largemouth were keying on wood, man. It was kind of cool the way I was catching them, but I knew yesterday I needed to mix it up a little bit, and I tried, and 5 ounces short is that's a tough way to go. But winning that first one this year was the monkey off the back, and I was hungry for another one, but it won't be this week. But thanks for everybody hanging out in the rain with us, for sure, and thanks to Bass staff for putting on such a great event and not making us drive 5 hours to Bass Pro. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate you.
My kids and my wife, I got to say hi. They got on to me this week. I haven't said it yet. Amberly, Bobby Jr., Lexi, and Madeline, love you guys, and see you soon.
Good stuff. Give Bobby Lane a round of applause. Just 5 ounces out of the lead. 2nd place overall, 14-2 today, 56-3. All right, this is our last co-angler. He is from Peru, New York. Give him a round of applause. Alec Morrison. He's in 12th place. You got nowhere to go but up, young man.
Hey, I don't mind moving up.
Got himself a 3-fish limit. They need to go 12-2. I'll get them to settle down. We're going to move them up the leaderboard. Boy, they're not going to settle down.
They probably should. I mean, they need to get back in the water here.
There they are, 7 pounds and 5 ounces. Going to have him 9th place. Hold a couple of those up. Give Alec a big round of applause. Fine young angler from right here just south of our beautiful host city, Plattsburgh, New York. He is from Peru, right here in the middle. They want you today. There you go. Fine young angler. Great job. All right, real quick. Anyone you want to thank before we ask you to leave the stage so we can do this, make this official and have a trophy hold up here?
Well, I'd like to thank, first off, the Featherweight crews up front and also behind me. And, you know, these guys been practicing, staying with them all week. They got to come up to my house, and it was awesome. I had a great week, and couldn't ask for better.
Awesome. Great week for you. Thanks for hosting all those anglers that come from so far. And we're going to make this official. Austin Bonjour, come on up and do it. The trophy hold, your co-angler champion of the Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Eastern Open on Lake Champlain, Plattsburgh, New York. Austin Bonjour, all the way from California. Whew, man. Just behind him, a little over a pound, was Gary Haraguchi, who sat up here for a long time in third. Donnie Hanna will have some trophies presented here shortly for those top three, and, of course, checks for the rest of the group. All right, you've had a chance to kind of absorb it a little bit. Anyone you want to thank or anybody you missed, anything else you'd like to say?
Had a chance to breathe. I haven't breathed in 3 days. So I've been all uptight. I've thought I've had less weight than I've actually had all 3 days. These fish are fat and healthy. Just want to thank all my friends, family at home. Obviously, my fiance, I told you guys about that earlier. She's watching at work right now. She's probably going to get in trouble. So I love you, babe. We're going to have a good wedding now. I'm getting married in a year, so this helps.
All right, yeah, awesome. Good stuff. Congratulations again. Give them a round of applause one more time. Brian, just stick right there for a minute. Robert Jones, would you come over here and hold this bag of fish? All right. Whew, Brian. Come on over here, man. Oh, he's leading. Going into today with 43 pounds and 2 ounces. My math says that you are 13-6 out of the lead.
It's going to be very close. Extremely.
Too close for comfort?
Yep, by far.
All right. What do you think, folks? You want to get this thing done? All right. Let's go ahead and send you back. Come on, Robert. You can bring those right up here. There we go. Go ahead. Come on over here. Go ahead, Brian. You can get them. All right. Whew, this is going to be close. Looking for come on over here, buddy. All right. Looking for 13-6. 13-6, and Brian wins. Anything less, and it's going to be Buddy. 15 pounds and 8 ounces. Brian LaBelle from Heinsberg, Vermont, wins the Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Eastern Open on Lake Champlain. Buddy Cipollette. Woo, tough. Good run at it, though. Hold them up right here, front and center, if you don't mind, Brian. They're going to shoot this. Give them a round of applause. Oh, man. The locals are pumped. All right. Whew. Man, you didn't think you had it. I saw your face as you came in and got your fish verified. You didn't really know what everybody else had, but you just kind of, I think, had that feeling. I could see it, that you just didn't quite have enough, but you did, Brian.
Yeah, I lost 3 big fish today, and I really felt like that was a killer. I was worried about Bobby all day. He made it worse than lying on me, but...
Tell us about the bait you used, okay?
Basically, I threw a jig the whole time.
What's that? What weight?
Half ounce.
What color?
Black and blue.
Good stuff. Give him a round of applause again. Let's make this official. Your champion, Brian LaBelle. All right, I want to thank everyone for coming out on a kind of a wet day here at beautiful Plattsburgh, New York. Thanks to my great friends with Adirondack Coast, City of Plattsburgh, and, of course, our great helpers here at the Plattsburgh City Marina. Whew, anyone else you want to thank as we watch this crowd exit? Brian?
Yeah, thank all my friends for coming out and my family for supporting me. Thanks, guys.
Good stuff. Give it up for Brian LaBelle one more time. We'll see you next time here in Plattsburgh, New York. Of course, thank all of our sponsors for everything they have done to make this possible. And, of course, thank you, the fans at Bass, for showing up each and every time.